I introduced some of the work in natural language processing at Tsinghua University. So, from several point of view, so language model, machine translation, and virtual English. NLP has historically had two major paradigms. So the first paradigm is rationalist, starting from 1950s. Okay, so a typical work is Chomsky, okay, rule-based. But until 1990s, so the paradigm shift to statistical natural language processing. So again, this paradigm divided into two stages. The first stage is, purely statistical based. So such as market model, supported by the machine, something like this. Then in 2010, roughly 2012, the second stage is purely deep learning based. So that's in general that can be called still statistical based, but the mathematical model is totally different. Okay, so NLP is roughly follow that. So in 2012, so the NLP at that time, so the deep learning science believe deep learning model is strong enough, so they claim they can do everything from scratch. So you don't need a dictionary, they don't need everything. So just give us raw data, raw corpora. Then I try to train a model totally based on raw data. So that's they believe this. But the situation, so through several years practice, situation is not. So that's the key of my point. My talk. So first, so challenging deep learning for natural language processing. This is an article in Science in recent years. So this article claims we feel confident that more data and computation, in addition to recent advances in machine learning and deep learning, will lead to further substantial progress in RP. So that's the basic. This sentence says machine learning is very strong. However, the truly difficult problem of semantics, context, and knowledge will probably require new discovery in linguistic and inference. So that means we still need to consider basic issues in relating to semantics. That is, one is knowledge, another one is context. Okay, so my talk will focus on knowledge and context, the role of them in deep learning. So one case study is words and disambiguation. So one representative work in deep learning in natural language processing word vector. So given a raw corpus, so you simply run word vector algorithms, and for every word the algorithm will assign a vector. Okay, that's vector and semantic or something. So, but if you for words with ambiguities, with multiple senses, that algorithm doesn't work unless you annotate you manually annotate each sense for polysyllable words. So in a huge corpora, that's impossible. So our idea is, in that case, we need to use additional knowledge to facilitate the algorithm. So in a case without using any human annotated efforts. So that's our point. Okay, so in that case we need knowledge. Okay. So for example, so Baofu, the words in Chinese have at least 3 meanings, 3 sense. So this is a package of something. This is the cover of the package. So this is you have burden, so derived from the meaning of package. So in that case, we use one possible solution. We use HONET. So HONET is a dictionary, okay, developed by a Chinese scholar. So the characteristics of this HONET is they define a set of semantic primitives. So for every Chinese word, including English words, this Professor Dong Zhendong he believes that every word can be described by this set, okay, by several semantic primitives from this set. Okay, that's a characteristic of this knowledge base. It's totally different from WordNet. Okay, WordNet is well known widely used in Western countries, which WordNet is developed by Princeton Professor Miller. Okay, so this is totally different in design. So for example, you can see for this set of bubbles there, the semantic primitive is this one. For this sense, two semantic primitive, but for this one, another semantic primitive. So this is the statistical information. Okay, so for every word you can find it in the dictionary. So we improve with this HONET. We improve word to vector. So this part is word to vector, traditional word to vector. So given words, character word to predict context words, the probability of context words occur in a context. So that's a traditional word to vector, but we use this. But we add this part. So this part is semantic primitives. So this sense is composed of several semantic primitives, and then we use attention mechanism to choose in this given context which sense and the semantic primitive will play key role in predicting the context. So that's our improvement on this basic model. It seems very simple improvement, just this part, but this part is this knowledge provided by WordNet, okay, by HONET, okay. So experimental results say this unsupervised method can work well. For example, so given we can learn, for example, for Apple, we have two senses. One is Apple to eat, another is Apple computer. So given this context, this sentence, Apple is the king of fruits in that case using our model. So it can predict. So Apple in this sentence, the probability of to be fruit is 72%. Okay, with this one, Apple's computer cannot work start normally. So what's that? Probability of to be fruit would be this one. Okay, so without any human annotations, but with the aid of human knowledge, we can get such a result, pretty good results. So another thing is word to vector. So you can see if the word frequency is very high, its result is pretty good. But if it's low frequency words, it's totally wrong. For example, so for this word stupid, so the frequency is 65, it's at a medium, it's a medium frequency. So if this is traditional word embedding, so you can see some words. So KN for this stupid, for this word. So for this one is not so good. This is good, but this one is not so good. But using all methods, you can see everything is good because semantic primitives through this is huge corpora. So semantic primitive can be learned pretty good. So you can you can use semantic as a bridge, so that can improve the representation of this one. So another typical example is this. So this is also something error. So frequency is very low. So traditional word vector totally wrong. With our method, you can see it's good. So this example indicates the powerfulness of human knowledge even in learning framework. Okay. Another thing is we design natural language model. So language model is the U.S. trade defeated last year is usually estimated to be 40 billion. So what was the word of this? We try to predict this. So again, we use Hornet, okay, into traditional language model. So for example, you give this sample I in ultra peak, so that should be apple. So there are several apples here, but in this context, given we decide according to context, so this one should be apple, should be apple with this sense, not computer. Okay, so similar idea in how I improve for embedding. So in this case, you can see language model. This is the probability of language model is quite significantly. So this example, so if you do this one, last year US defeat last year initially estimated this number of money. So that one should be US dollar, not a Japanese dollar. So because we can see with this, or we can see this may work United States play role. So this one should be not Ryuan, okay, not Japanese yen. So you can see the model. So we can use similar idea, do a lot of things, so many primitive recommendation for new words. So same idea. So another one is machine translation. Okay, neural transformation. So we also due to time I need to fast. So we also incorporate some knowledge into traditional end-to-end neural machine translation model. So for example, we incorporate bilingual dictionary into the model. We incorporate phrase table into the model, and we consider the coverage of words. I mean, in the translated sentences and the loss ratio. We incorporate all this knowledge into the model, so that could improve. That can improve the translation quality as well as the explainability, reliability of the machine neural translation model. So this is the experiment on open data set. You can see some improvements. Okay. So our experience is knowledge is definitely important. Okay, so neural network model try to start it from scratch. That's powerful, but it has its very serious limitations. Okay, so we still need knowledge. So the second part is the poetry generation. The third part. So we try to let computer to generate classical poetry, Chinese poetry. You know, traditional Chinese poetry believed highly intelligent thing for people. So a lot of long history. So this complexity even for Patran. So very short poems. So it's probably very huge. Okay, so it's not easy task. It's different from Go, but I mean for Chinese people, its impact is similar. Okay, so you can play Go. You are wise person, but you can write good poems that indicates you are somehow you are wiser.
And spelling are important.
So so a lot of constraints. So for rhyme, for tonal harmony, and so on. Okay, so in fact the key in this approach is how to deal with history, context. Okay. Suppose you use all the history, theoretically that can guarantee that would be better for maintain the coherence of the whole point. But the problem is it may produce data sparseness problem. Second is neural network is not strong enough. It may produce noise. So given long history, so the key is how to deal with history. Okay, so we design a lot of methods. Okay, so in fact we try to extract part of savings history. Okay, use it to produce the next sentence. Okay, so we propose a lot of model. Yeah, so that model can deal with context pretty well. So for example, if you use traditional end-to-end sequence to sequence models, end-to-end neural machine translation model. So this is something similar to machine translation. Okay, but machine translation dealing with machine translation carried out in the condition that we try to keep semantic equivalence. Okay, so source sentence and target sentence should keep in meaning, but for poetry generation, it's deal with semantic relatedness, not equivalence. So given first sentence, how to generate second sentence, it is correlated, highly related with the first sentence. So it's the model is similar, but task is totally different. Okay, so traditional sequence to sequence model. So you can this is a computer. These two are all computer generated poems. So you can see you are here. Here is evening, so you can see the logic in time. It is something wrong. Okay, so you mention Yue first, then you then go to the evening, not at the night. But in our model, so generated the chill autumn, but falling leaves. So you can see the semantic coherence can maintain pretty good. Compared to the we have human evaluation. So the evaluation we randomly select some poem generated by human poets from Tang Dynasty. Also, we have huge Asian poems. So we randomly select some and this with computer generated poems then have human poets to evaluate. So this is the human evaluation score for human poets for Tang Dynasty or something. So this one, but for computer generated one is this one. So it's still lower than human generated poems, but you can see it's comparable. Okay, comparable. So this is human machine generated poems. This title and Earth is a great film created in Yangzhou. Okay, you can say Yangzhou. Okay, so this is fully generated by computer. So I like the last two lines. So 树身体秒无人语，片飞花落不行。Any sentence is generated by computer. So any sentence, so no, you cannot find it in Asian poems. So it's a new sentences. Okay, so we extend this idea to generate词. Okay, not just poems but 宋词. Okay, so this working memory is also how to deal with history. Okay, context. Okay, how to deal with this style or something. Okay. Okay, so the
speech history.
so I think semantic is still a key challenge for natural language processing. So given this example is very famous. Okay, so in 1990s, so after several years machine translation research in the United States, so the people trying to evaluate the effectiveness of machine translation. So they gave this sentence. It's very willing but flashing weak, translated into Russian. But nobody understands Russian, then translate back. So the translator is the voter guy going for the native Russian. So that so every word in fact is correct. Ambiguous. So can be the mental spirit or can be also vodka. Okay, can be what is yeah, can be alcohol, but in Russian it's vodka. Okay. But in last year, several years ago, I tried this. I redo this experiment with Google Translator. Google Translate. I translate into Chinese, then Chinese back. So the semantic keeps pretty good. Yeah, translate then come back to Russian. I don't know why Russian is so short, but back to English, it's good. Original one. So Miao is a dialect in Chinese. I don't know why it's so long. But translate back English. So you can see the semantic keeps pretty good, pretty well. So, but give another example is also in 1960s. So that one, the box was in the pen. So this scholar claimed machine translation too hard. Okay, so it's impossible. So we guarantee we need to do fundamental research in linguistics and computer linguistics. So they give this example also in the pen. It's too difficult because you need to know the meaning of the preposition in, and you need to know the word knowledge box. And the pen has several, at least two meanings. So you need to which one is size, which one is bigger. Then you can otherwise you can translate it like this. Okay. But in this year I tried to translate this sentence using Google Translate and Baidu Translate. Its translation is, so Google Translate is, the result of Google Translate is 钢笔在盒子 Still I thought Baidu 钢笔在盒子里 it seems pretty good, a little bit good English Chinese, but its meaning is still totally wrong. So that means semantics. So currently NLP system cannot deal with very well. Okay.
This one you need knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, because we need knowledge. Okay, but word knowledge so far, no, we don't have formalized word knowledge all over the world. Okay, we don't have that. For poem writing, you still need this. So if you use our model neural machine poem generation model, I believe is strong enough, but it cannot capture the semantics. For example, 情愿汉东渭水, the semantic relatedness between these atoms, you cannot capture it properly. So in that case, we need knowledge part.
What translation for poem to English?
We haven't done it yet. We can
much more difficult.
more difficult. The training data is a problem. So for machine translation, usually we do billions parallel sentences, but for machine translation for poems, training data is a problem. We not go maybe general 1,000, roughly 1,000 traditional Chinese poetry translated into English. So in that case, we need knowledge. So the key. But the problem is knowledge, word knowledge, formalized word knowledge is poor, it's very poor. So even Google claims so they have very huge knowledge base. But if you look into the knowledge base, you will find some key, a huge amount of key events are not involved. For example, given Guan Yu is a famous general in Chinese history. So only very few information. So the birthday of Guan Yu, the time of Guan Yu, the son of Guan Yu. Okay, some very simple facts. But different to numerous Guan Yu events such as 水淹七金那个千里走单骑的 nothing in knowledge base. So, but how to build a knowledge base that can cover so many events is a huge challenge. Okay, I think it's a huge challenge for NLP, and also there's also experience of research in recent years. Okay. So with knowledge, we can improve interpretability and robustness of NLP systems. Okay, all our methods, so we have open source in GitHub, so including home generation system and so on. Okay, so you are welcome to the system.
We have time for short question.
Yeah, I was actually sending you a poem for challenge you. I just wrote a poem yesterday about the Brexit. Right, yesterday, the big news, Boris Johnson suspended Parliament. So, right, to go through the actually hard Brexit. So I wrote a poem. So I sent to you just by the WeChat. So this one you have no knowledge at all, right? The machine have nothing to do know any knowledge about Brexit, even don't know anything about Britain. So how can you create a poem out of this? So you have a couple facts like a Brexit, like that. So as human, I know very well, so I can write a poem about it.
Yeah.
But how machine can do?
First, not everything in the real world can be described in the form of poems.
So you can write like a Changzhen, like Chairman Mao write a poem
Yeah.
when Changzhen
Yeah.
finished, and you
Yeah.
can write a poem when PLA is occupied Nanjing, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
write a poem anything.
Yeah.
But machine can write a poem about the love, about feeling, about the country, so on. But machine cannot really write a poem about a certain facts, right? I think it's very difficult.
But with the aid of knowledge graph, you may have that chance.
So you may challenge your student to make a knowledge graph
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
Brexit and have to write a poem.
No, as you mentioned, for example, Chang'an, you may if you have knowledge graph,
Yeah.
if the same is
Right.
Libya or something,
Yeah.
with that knowledge you can associate with maybe 灞桥.
Yeah.
灞桥 maybe associate with Liu, okay, Liu, yeah.
So
With
need a knowledge
knowledge base
graph.
you can produce
Right.
the poem with feeling or something. Yeah. So knowledge graph is the key.
Right. I'll give you this challenge.
Oh, okay.
Maybe try your students.
I guess the related question is, can you train this article to target certain events? Or train
Yeah.
either poem or article?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. But I mean, in the sense of statistics, yeah, it's possible. In fact, so you can see the poem generated by computer is pretty good.
But they are all more random.
Random, more random.
I think
but
actually-
association between the sentences and character and words in the sentence can be somehow learned captured by this algorithm.
Maosong,
Yeah.
probably we have a knowledge graph about medicine, about Chinese medicine, for example.
Yeah.
I give you this knowledge graph.
Yeah.
Can you create a poem about Chinese medicine? That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, pretty cool. But medicine
Let's have a
is
try.
not a good thing to end with points.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, right?
many-
The machine should write a poem the human cannot write.
Yeah, okay,
Right?
okay, yeah.
That'd be very cool, right?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, I'll give you a
That's a good. That's a new task. Okay, wow.
That'd be nice.
Okay, thank you.
Let's thank Professor Sun.